everybody, I'm Skyline Shore. Welcome to the station. We're going to be talking about payment models in video games, okay?
FreeMMOStation.com.
So first off, I'm just going to talk about the games that I think do free-to-play right, okay? So that's going to be Dota 2 and Smite. Now, these are both MOBA, okay? So there's a lot to purchase in MOBA. There's a lot of unlockables, as we see in League of Legends. You have to unlock the characters, and then sometimes you have, say, like rune pages or masteries that you either have to level up to get, or in League of Legends case, you do have to level up and then also earn in-game currency, which normally would be spent to buy champions, but also need to be spent to acquire runes to customize said champions. So there's a whole lot of grinding involved, and overall it's not that great because you're already spending money to get skins, and now you're incentivized to buy boosts, which is not good. That's definitely a big staple in MMORTSs as well. Dota 2 is a lot better. The only thing in the game is cosmetics. That's it. There's cosmetics. There's no need to grind anything out. You have everything else unlocked instantly. And then even then, guys, you also get items while you play. You get cosmetic items for playing, just randomly given to you. It's amazing. Same thing with Smite, actually, and I like the way Smite does it as well. Now, I need to mention both of these because they go a little bit of a different approach, but I still think they're great concepts, and I think a lot of games really need to follow through with it. So Smite is very similar to League of Legends, where you still need to unlock these champions or gods, and you need to unlock them by playing the game, or you can buy them outright. But what's cool about Smite is that it allows you to buy all of the gods at one time with the god pack, and you save hundreds of dollars by doing this. It's like only $25. It's definitely under $30. I think it does go up each time, though, a new god is released, but what's so cool is if you buy this god pack, you actually get all future gods, too. It's ridiculous. Plus, Smite allows you to rent gods, so if you aren't sure you want to purchase one or spend your in-game currency or your real-life cash on it, you can go rent it. You can also try out all the gods in the practice mode, and also you can unlock them all with in-game time, and you can even get skins just by playing the game. You get skins. So freaking awesome. Smite and Dota 2, they take a little bit of a different approach to their respective genres, but free-to-play, really, really good currency schemes. Now, MMORTSs, they tend to be very grind-based, okay? So you're incentivized to build up your city, your town, as fast as possible and make it, of course, as strong as possible. That's the strategy component to it. But a huge part of the game is waiting. And so you're incentivized to purchase items in order to help you grind or help speed up or expedite the process. That's not great. Nobody really likes that. A perfect free-to-play scheme is everything is unlocked and only costumes, only skins are given through cash. And it's amazing because there are some games that just still give us these things that we should be purchasing with money for free. Now, that's going to lead me into buy-to-play. Okay, so there's a lot of buy-to-play games that actually kind of feel free-to-play, and I'm going to be specifically talking about Guild Wars 2. So Guild Wars 2 is a game I am a complete fan of. I really like it, especially because of its payment scheme, okay? There's no subscription fee. But what's so good about Guild Wars 2 is that you're getting the subscription content for free. So in a sense, it is free to play. You are getting living story updates, you're getting new patches, of course, you're getting patches, but you're getting tons and tons of content, story-based, PvP-based, just everything. The game itself is evolving for free. You're not paying a sub fee, even though you really should be. So, in that sense, it's free. You just gotta buy the base game. Also, though, the game also has a cash shop, and we see this in a lot of games now, where it's basically a buy-to-play game. It's either a subscription-based, it's whatever. There is a entry level, like you have to pay some money to get into the game, either it's sub fee or buy-to-play, and then at the same time, they still have a cash shop, and the way games do this makes or breaks it. Now, Ubisoft has been coming under fire for this because of their games Far Cry, and then as well Assassin's Creed, where they do have microtransactions within the games. How do people feel about this? A little bit salty, the way they did it, the way Ubisoft has done it, but the way Guild Wars 2 is doing it is really fine because all the stuff is completely cosmetic. There is no pay-to-win aspect whatsoever, and what's so cool about it is that even though there is a cash shop, you can actually grind in-game gold and transfer it to gems, which is what you would transfer your real cash money to. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You can get anything in Guild Wars 2 just by playing the game, and that's fantastic. Next, sub fees. I was interested in WildStar. Now, I believe WildStar right now is in sort of a little gray area. I believe that they are changing the way they are doing their sub fees and everything. I mean, it's basically a buy-to-play game, okay? So you buy this game, and just by playing the game, you can earn game time, and potentially even, like, sell game time to other players. So it's definitely a really strange and weird concept, but it's still... I really do appreciate that some games are kind of breaking the boundaries. I know some games, you know, people don't like it, like in Far Cry and, well, just pretty much any Ubisoft game right now. People are really kind of hating on them. But the truth is that the majority of people are still actually spending money on these games. They buy Assassin's Creed, $60, and then they still spend money in the cash shop for these little tiny add-ons. Either they are cosmetic or they're an entirely different weapon. And then that's not even considering pre-order bonuses, stuff like that. Now, there's actually a lot of free-to-play games that have like pre-order bonuses and things. I guess it can sort of count as like a holiday item or such. Like there are items, especially in free-to-play games mainly, or MMOs, where you can get an item for a very limited amount of time, especially if you purchase the game before it actually releases, and nobody else can get those items. Now, that's really interesting. Some people kind of look down on that, but there are, well, the big titles, the $60 games, when they already have content that is ready, okay, like an extra mission or an entire, like, extra campaign or something, like in case of Far Cry. It really hurts people's feelings, you know, like, because we spent $60 on this game, and just because we didn't technically pre-order it, we're missing a huge amount of content. It's getting to a huge amount of content. Before, it would just be like one single skin, maybe an extra weapon that's essentially just a reskinning. But now, we're missing entire levels and things like that because we didn't pre-order, even though that content is made and it's ready for launch. It just doesn't make any sense. They didn't spend any more money. They just pre-ordered it. It doesn't make sense. But guys, so payment models. There's a whole lot of different payment models. And basically, it comes down to if you're willing to spend the money or not. And just be aware that every single game is going to have a different payment model from here on out. Like, if we call a game free-to-play, that doesn't always mean it's completely free-to-play. Like RuneScape, it's not completely free-to-play. It's a great free-to-play experience, but the entire game is not free-to-play. You are not allowed access to all areas. You are definitely gated by different abilities, etc., etc. And, you know, there's a slew of games that are technically freemium, which heavily incentivizes actually spending money on it for you to really enjoy the game. And now, the term freemium is really looked down upon. I know a lot of you listening right now are like, ew, freemium, you mean those mobile games? Yeah, I mean mobile apps. I mean like a lot of MMORTSs. You know, the free-to-play market is really plagued by a whole bunch of different payment models. And I say plagued because a lot of them really don't do it right. And some of them do it right. Like I said, Dota 2 and Smite, they do it amazingly. Some people can say League of Legends is good, and it is good. It's not pay to win, but it's really gonna feel like that when you start playing the game. So that's why I like Dota 2 and Smite, because when you get into the game, it feels so much better. You really do feel like you're on an even playing field, at least for a little bit. So, I like those games. For a free-to-play MMO specifically, I do not like RuneScape's payment model. I mean, I think it's fun, but calling it completely free-to-play, it's not really fair. I think RuneScape is fair as a game in general, but as a free-to-play, you know, when we think free-to-play, we really want to believe that the game is entirely free and you just purchase cosmetics, but that's really not the case, and that's definitely what this video is kind of talking about. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Skylight Shore with FreeMMOStation, and I'll see you later.